Hello Flosstube, Amy Clarissa of Allegro Stitches here, showing you my progress from the last couple of days. It is Sunday, May 22nd, about 9:30 in the evening. I finished this one yesterday. I modified the cup at the top. I got this off Etsy at least about 2 years ago, I think. And it hasn't been on Etsy for a while. I've looked for it since, and it's not there. Sorry. So, this is not my original design. I did change the coffee cup at the top, though, made it more like a little camping cup, added the year, a little heart off to the side. I needed a smaller cup, plus I wanted it to be a little more summery. So this is a Gilmore Girls quote, and it's going to be a bookmark for like not a little reader, but like a full-size hardback book or whatever. So very nice, just two colors, 797 and 799. I think that's right. And then I worked today on, Daniel, get off, on what I call the B sampler. It's called Nature's Gift. It's a Cooler Design Studio chart from an old book. My mom and I are selling this, and last you saw, I think I had finished up the flowers. They're not backstitched, but they're all stitched, all 3 layers in each flower with the little stem and leaves. So super, super cute. The border's all done, and I was working today on this alphabet up here. There are some weird little spaces in there, but it's because there are little flowers and bees scattered through there. So now you can kind of get a better picture of what this is going to look like. After the alphabet, there is a border of honeycomb, and then the alphabet, you may remember me talking about, maybe a month ago or so, with the backstitch lines that I'll probably pull out some DMC to go with. It's actually the verse, not an alphabet, and I think it's a Philippians verse. There are 2 colors in these letters, which you can't really see, but I have the darker color down here, and then I must be out of the lighter color. I was parking the lighter colored needle up here because they are so close. It's very hard to see the difference, especially down here in the evening when the sun's not so bright. So there's just the hint of shade in light. Otherwise, it's basically the same color, and it's lovely and subtle, I guess. So there we go. That's what I've been doing over the last couple of days. Not sure how long it's taken, but some nice progress. This is going to go away now for, hey, Daniel, probably for the rest of the month. I'm planning on working the smalls that I need for exchanges, swaps, etc. over the next week, and then I want to work on Forget-Me-Not for at least a couple of days minimum. I'm planning 3 days, and depending on how long it takes to get the smalls done for exchanges, I might have a couple of days left for a patriotic start, which would be really nice to work on for Memorial Day. So not sure which one it'll be yet. It'll depend on how the smalls go. Like I said, I won't even put it together until I know if I'll have time for it. So there we go. Those are my weekend projects. I'm going to fold up the bees and get this on my table so that I finish it, and I'll let you know when it's done. Hope you've had a good Sunday. Good morning. It is Monday, and I have found the chart that I want to do first. This is for the Christmas in July Ornament Exchange, and it's from a magazine. It's from, I don't know which ornament issue. It's supposed to be done in, Daniel, stop touching, Karen watercolors, which I looked up. It seems to be similar to the Sulky 12 weight. Of course, I didn't do that because then I ran across cottons that were beautiful colors, and I'm like, oh, these will work great. I did look up these colors. You can see red, black, white, and then put the colors I thought I was going to use. Yeah, that didn't happen. I went over to my box of things that need put away and found this really pretty red that 1884 had just thrown in an order. It's not labeled anyway. It was just kind of knotted together and a loose knot to keep everything contained. And so I threw it on one of my acrylic Adam Hart cross stitch. What does she call these? The Heart floss bobbin drops, something like that. These are just the standard ones that have little spots of damage, either here or like peeling acrylic or wherever. But this little slit is quite handy. You can see I've got a little piece of thread on it now. The originals that aren't damaged, you can also wind your thread on and put in a bobbin box, assuming you have the right one, this way, and kind of file them like a standard bobbin. That's what this little groove is for right here. This hole is for a ring, and then I'm using the larger one for the floss. It's a nice bundle of floss, and it's holding great. You can tell I didn't smooth it back out. So I picked up that, and then of course sitting on top, where's the other color? I think it's number 500, that nice greeny color. Yeah, it is. Right here. So I'm using these two together with some nice bright white, and yes, I was watching TV too, and then 310 for black, and it's gonna be really, really nice. I think it's full of specialty stitches, which is super, super fun. Black and green are both right here, and then I just did this rice stitch section. There's large white crosses here, and then you're supposed to go over them. Daniel, stop it. In like metallic tees, so that's gonna be super fun. There's another band of these white on white toned stitches here. I'm not sure what these are called. The directions, it just gives you like, where is it? See? Area this, area that, and then you come back over to the instructions you saw at the beginning of this segment and read what is supposed to happen. So for these areas, these are 4 and 6, and it says work large cross stitch over 2 squares where circle appears using 1 strand, and it tells you what colors to use. Work upright cross stitch over 2 squares on top of the large cross stitch using 1 strand of the braid, and they used a Kreinik number 8 braid. I'm not sure what fabric they used. It's hard to tell. I'm guessing this is one of the older magazines. It was a 9x10 piece, which is way too big in my opinion when your stitch count is only 46 by 36. And the colors they used, the watercolors, like a 12 weight, they're great for 18 count. So why you would need a piece of fabric that large, I have no idea. So anyway, these are my colors. Go to black and white with 500 and maybe like an 815. I'd have to look it up against my color card, but it's going to be really pretty. I think I'm really enjoying it. I just have to decide what color I'm going to use as my white accent. So it should be super fun. Obviously the snowman goes right there, and the whole design is going to be about this big. So super, super cute. I'll let you know when I've got some more accomplished. Hello again, Flosstube. It has been a while, and it looks like I should have cleaned the camera. Oops, sorry, kind of in a hurry now. It is Tuesday morning. Memorial Day's passed. I think an entire week is passed since I last recorded. This is my bookmark for the Summer in Stars Hollow Smalls Exchange, gift, swap, whatever they're calling it. I fringed the bottom about half an inch or so of this bookmark, as well as the top, and used that tape after zigzagging the edge to secure. It's a very quick, easy finish, and this design is from Etsy. I modified the top. I can't remember what I told you last, to make it more like a camping cup instead of having like a nice tall latte type of drink there. I didn't need any more height to it because I didn't actually measure my fabric to see what count I was using. So it's a little bigger than it was the first time I made it, which was probably at least a year and a half ago, but it'll be nice for a full-size book, and it's very flat and has that lovely quote on it. So I think this was DMC 797 and 799. And there we go. I'm ready to wrap it up and get it in the mail because it needs to be there Friday. So there we go. Hopefully whoever gets it enjoys it. Hello again. Happy Tuesday. It is about 12:30. Just had some lunch, getting ready to get some sewing done. I have not done much for sewing or stitching or any of that kind of thing for about a week. It's just been really busy. The weather's been beautiful. I've been spending a lot of time outside. I've gotten a couple things in the mail and a couple things stitched, but a lot of outside work. Got the garden planted yesterday, minus the potatoes and the carrots because I can't find the carrot seed. Lost it. Yep, I did. But we planted a couple melons in my son's tires out back this morning, and planted all the broccoli and cabbage and tomatoes and peas and beans and barley and oats and all that stuff yesterday. So got a tiller,
working on important life stuff. Trying to make time for the crafts. I did get, as I said, a couple of orders. I got fabric grab bags, the 5 for 10 from Stony Creek. They were in stock, they were out of stock. Actually, I caught these because they were the only ones left, and I had gotten an email about 45 minutes prior. So I bought what's left. What was left? I didn't say that right, did I? And then I picked up one freebie because if I added both freebies for the month, it upped my shipping, and let's face it, I'm not going to stitch this. So I just picked my favorite of the 3 designs I wasn't going to stitch. Does that make sense? This is the one I picked. It will be a future giveaway. Oh, I got 3 different things here, I guess. I picked this up off of eBay because it was like $207 or something like that. And I was already getting this one, which I was paying $3 for. Shipping doubled my total, but this is really, really cool. It's got the piece of trim from $19.99 in there. Look at this interesting shape, which I kind of expected it to be something like that. It tells you it was stitched on a linen that was 32 by 33, and then it shows you which way to stitch the design so that there's some give in the fabric and you can complete this thimble shaped finish. Isn't that cool? And so I'm like an actual photo. I had to look at it, so I had to get it, and since this was an extra $2, I went ahead and picked that up too. This is really cute. Even though I'm not a big Santa fan, that is really cute. Really cute. I also really like this house. And see, I'm not really a house person either, but I really like both of those. So even if I only stitch the 2, $1 per design is a good deal, as we all know. And then Everything Cross Stitch had a sale on Erica Michaels designs a couple weekends ago. It was like however long their weekend sales are, 2 days, 3 days, I don't really know. But I ordered spring berries because everybody's stitching them and they're cute. So now I have spring and winter. That's all I'm interested in. I would never stitch the autumn, and I prefer the spring over the summer berries because the summer ones, if I recall correctly, are beachy. Not a beachy person. Yeah, just not. And then I got my favorite of the linen berries. And yeah, if you remember this, this has both of them on there. The chart packs have been combined since the silk used to come in the silk berry, like as a pack. And it was, what, 13 something for the one design with the silk gauze, but I heard she's having trouble getting the silk gauze. So now they put both designs together, and it's 13 something for both of them. Linen used to be available by itself for, I think, around $9, but they were having a sale, so it was like $7.50 for the linen berry, and so I picked the linen berry because my memory says Erica Michaels likes to stitch over 1 on 40 count, and I don't mind stitching over 40 count, over 1. I haven't done it on 40 count, but it takes forever because I can't do sewing method, and I need to feel productive. This is my hobby. And so I have started limiting the number of designs I stitch over 1 because it takes forever. Yeah, that's really the reason. It just takes forever. So since I don't have time for that, even though I don't really mind it, it just takes a long time, I stuck to the linen berries. So I ordered linen berries for Chris Mooseberry. I mean, how could I not order that moose? Oh, so cute. The snowman, what's it called? Burberry. Yes. And the nativity berry. Because I thought that was really cool. Now, I don't know that mine will turn out that big. She stitched them on 32 count. They might turn out that big. But since I don't have this little guy for reference, it doesn't look so bad. And one of these days I'll record a video without chopping my head off. Maybe, perhaps. I thought about working on that non-skill. I don't know what to call it, but I'm used to sitting on the edge of my seat as a musician. And so I just do it naturally, and that just puts me that much closer to the camera and chops my head off. So, might just have to deal with it. Okay, speaking of stitching over 1, I did put like 3 hours into this, and I've come a long ways on this star. 3.5. I think it was 3.5 hours, and I'm still not done with this motif. It's pretty. It's really, really pretty. This whole design is looking fabulous. Yes, I'm going to have to move my frame soon. I really hope the frame has not left marks on the fabric. I'm going to be very sad. I think it's going to take like half of this piece I don't remember, so I'm not cutting it. But it's looking really fabulous. This is the silk from Stitch Me. Yep. Right here. Which I have cut so that my ends are the same. So this is like blue on one side and green on the other. This one is blue on one side, purple on the other, you know, because I like to pick up with the same color I left off. I can't talk today. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay. So I cut it that way. Yeah, it took me forever. But I learned a lot, and I'm really glad I did because this is taking forever. Just the stitching part. This needs finished, but it's done. I'm going to put a little charm here. I ordered, oh, that's the other thing I ordered. Where did I put those? I think they're on the ironing board. I don't remember. I ordered the 2022 charms in different colors again because that was really nice last year, having silver for silver winter, like blue and white themes, and then having gold for if I was doing like classic red and green, or kind of the antiqued gold if I wanted it to look a little more like vintage style. Yeah, so I ordered those again, and in the chart there's supposed to be another snowflake here. Shh, don't tell. I'm just going to put a charm there, perfect place, and that'll kind of balance out. So there we go. I used a metallic for the top of these crosses. There we go. Isn't that cool? Really nice detail. There's a little more fabric showing through than I would like, but I think I'm going to hot wash it, and that will shrink it a little bit, and hopefully it doesn't mess up the back stitch. It like runs vertically here or anything like that. I didn't think of that till just now, but yeah, we'll see what happens. If I have to restitch it, I have to restitch it. This fill was my least favorite. I'm not super happy with how it looks, and I don't like how sparse it is. Maybe because it's black. I'm not really sure if that would be okay with me if the snowflake was white and this background fill was blue or something like that, but overall, it's definitely my least favorite. I loved doing this and that and all of the other stitches. I don't remember what they're called now because this was a week ago, but I got it done. So, whew, good, got that done. And then it took me like a week, 6 days, right at a week to do this. And I know the middle is blank, but I don't know what I'm going to put there yet. So this is Brave New Year by Ink Circles. It's Ink Spot 19. I think it was a freebie on Facebook, I want to say. I'm not positive, but I used what I think is a Dinky Dye Silk. I have no clue what color it is, and it sounds like somebody thinks they need me, so I'll be back. I should have known it is Tuesday morning. They're a little late, but like clockwork, about 10 o'clock Tuesday, Hawksworth Blood Center calls me, and I really should answer one of these times. Make sure I get to the phone, but because they're in Ohio, and I'm nowhere close to that, and they want me to donate good old O-negative blood. I'm just not going to make the trip to do that. Where is my chart for this design? It's right here, yes. Number 19, Brave New Year. I stitched it on a 32 count baby pink Belfast. I have no clue why I bought this. Looks like it's from 123 Stitch. I stitched it over 2 with the silk I picked up a moment ago right here. I don't know where it's from. I'm not sure what color it is, but it's like a variegated reds. And I'm pretty sure, not positive, sure I got it with some dinky dyes I ordered off Stash and Movie. But I think that's where I got it from. I think that's the brand. I'm pretty positive it's silk, and it stitched up really great. So I just have to decide what to put in the middle. The middle, right. The middle said 2018. Nothing significant. Well, I mean, things happened. I don't know if you can see that. In my life in 2018. Like, I lost my brother in 2018. But that's not what I want to put in here, you know? It's not when my son was born. It's not when I got married. It's none of those things. So those are the kind of happy things we want to commemorate in this sort of design, right? And I think this will look fabulous on the top of the box. It looks like Valentine's to me. So maybe a heart in there, because I love hearts. I'm not really sure. I thought about putting my initials in there. I don't know. I might just have to put it in my book of finishes with this floss for right now until I decide what to do. So that's it. That's all I've stitched in the last week. That small design, this small stocking, did a finish. That's not true. I do have one more thing. I'll be right back. Okay, and the 3.5 hours on the. Oh, I didn't tell you what that is. On Modern Folk Embroideries Forget Me Not. It looks completely different than the chart, but it's called Forget Me Not, I promise. And it's big. The other thing I did was start the finish on Pumpkin Kisses and I put it here so I'd have it for whenever I recorded, Primrose Cottage Stitches. So I wanted like a square design, and I don't really have a fall. I'm not a fall person, and I'm not a beachy person. It's okay. It's okay. So I wanted square, and so I chopped off and just did right there, Pumpkin Kisses. So that made it basically square. I was very happy. I kind of had an idea what I was going to do, and this was inspired by something you probably be like, how did you get that from that? Well, you know. So I made this field with all these squares. Ran out of the right color for that one. No one will see it, because this is going to be a pocket on the side, or a napkin, or your teaspoon or coffee spoon, or whatever it is that you use with your drink and snack. So it's going to be a mug rug or mug mat or whatever it is that you call it. It needs quilted. That's why this is not attached. So I can quilt, move this, finish the quilting. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do like following the squares and do a straight line quilting, or if I'm just going to all over it like I do everything else. So when I decide, when I have time, I'll do that. We have caught that there's a little rickrack at the top. I love how that turned out. So yeah, that's the start of my finish for Pumpkin Kisses by Primrose Cottage. And I used the colors that it said to, I'm pretty sure. And I completely messed up this pumpkin. Looks great, doesn't it? It does. It turned out really good. But it's completely wrong. I don't usually tell you when I make a mistake, but look. See? Wrong. It's fine. They're organic items, and it's fine. So, that's the other thing I worked on for a little while. Like an hour or two, because I sort of knew what I was going to do, and then I miscalculated, and it wasn't big enough, and then I really needed this to fit, because this is the stitching part, and then I had to add to it, and then I ran out of the one color, and you know, it gets complicated, and takes twice as long as it was supposed to, but that's that. And I did find the name of the ornament exchange thing that I'm doing, that the stocking is for. It is right here, Christmas in July Ornament Exchange by Cindy Crossstitch. Okay, now I'm all cut up. I need to go back to making, I have one more order to pack from this weekend, and then I have new kitted ups, 2 new styles, really springy, summery, very cute, very floral, and just super happy. So I'm going to try to get those in the shop. They'll probably have been there, and I don't usually sell out that fast. There should still be some when the video airs this weekend, but I'm not promising anything, because my shop has been really busy this weekend. So that's my update for Tuesday in 3 different parts. Who knows how long it was, but it's a week worth of information. So hope you enjoyed. I'll be back later.
Good morning, Flosstube. It is Saturday, June 4th, and I just realized it was Saturday, so I need to upload something, because it's been a couple of weeks. I missed at least one day this week for stitching. I think it was 2 days. Life, you know, just things going on, trying to get some sewing done. Took an entire day. I think it was Thursday, and played roadblocks with my son, and we're working on planting the fruit farm, as my son calls it, in the backyard. Also going to put up a trampoline, but that's a surprise. So moving stumps, breaking up ground, planting the trees. Yeah, stuff's going on. So I did get a couple things done. I'm trying to remember what I showed you last. It was Tuesday when I last spoke to you. And I think I showed you my finish on ink circles and my progress on Pumpkin Kisses. And I don't remember what else. But Wednesday, I got a giveaway that I'd won from Stitching with the Sisterlies, and I pulled these colors. I also got a chart, but I did not use the chart they sent. So I pulled these colors. They're silky, 12 weights, to stitch, yeah, okay, I'll explain my nail in a minute. To stitch this shepherd's bush design that I've purchased from 1884 Stitchery. It was one of her $2 charts. And this is just a photo, but I have the chart as well. It doesn't come in a bag or anything fancy, but I've got this photo and the chart, and that's all you need. So the design is set, hold on, let me check instead of guessing. The design was 22 by 75. So it's small. The bag that they sent in the giveaway is a bag from Fat Quarter Shop, and it's huge. So to make the design bigger, and doesn't this look empty? Yeah, I know, it just looks empty. I stitched it over 2. So this is 4 strands of silky over 2, and it fits quite nicely. I'm pretty pleased with it. I just think it looks a little empty right here. Maybe I'll add a charm. That's what I do with all my empty spaces. Add a charm, it'll be fine. So in the original design, they, of course, shepherd's bush always calls for some sort of buttons. So there is a little, right here, this round one. That's a button, and then there's a little star right there, and that's it, I think. Oh no, there's a little tiny heart right here. I didn't worry about the heart, which is supposed to go right here. And I did not put a star there. I like having the yellow here and there, and then I just stitched in another purple flower. Hey look, it's a mosquito. Yeah, you're in the movie now, but you're gonna be dead as soon as I'm done. So yeah, mosquito season. But this turned out great. I am quite happy with it. Yeah, it took longer than it should have because I was stitching on a bag, and I'm not sure what to do on the inside, like how to finish it, but there it is. And it was a fun project, and it took me forever because I missed at least a day this week, probably 2. My larger needles are in here. Like, I think I have a 22 and then a couple of 24s. I have one that's really, really big. So those are in here. Whoops. See how big that one at the bottom is? But I know these 2 are 24s. And I know my nails look terrible. I'm sorry. I found yesterday on the Shannon Christine page the first release of her Ornament Club for this year. And it's the 12 Days of Christmas, which I've never had an interest in. But they're so pretty. They're Shannon Christine, so of course they're kind of expensive. There's some beads, there's some metallics. But when I looked at them yesterday, I saw them as berries. Yeah. So this is what I've got for berry templates so far. These are from Helen D. I've got so many people to try to remember to link this time. Berry toppers. These are blue on the back because I just glued them to a cardstock piece that I had left over from something else. Yeah, see, cardstock left over from other things. Like if I make too many recital programs for my business, that kind of thing. So basically what I'm going to do is take off that bottom border with the number in it, and then they will automatically be a lot more this way. Number 5 has a bow, and then the 5 gold rings come off like that. So if I just flip it and do the bow here and have the rings go up, I think it'll look just as cute, and yeah, that's the plan. So I found a beautiful piece of fabric I wanted to use and posted it to the group and all the things, and then started drawing on my berries where I was going to place them because I knew it was going to be close. Yeah, it's so close I don't have enough fabric. So I had to dye more fabric yesterday, which was not in the plans. This week it's just, it's been crazy. But these are the colors that are in the first 2 releases. Look how pretty. That does not look like 12 Days of Christmas. Beautiful, beautiful. These are all DMC. And then I dyed new fabric. Almost the same as the old one. So they're small, but I have 2 of them. So I'm hoping I can fit 6 berries per piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully. And then I have a second piece. If I decide not to use this one, because this is the first I've actually thrown the colors on them, I actually did a piece of sparkly fabric. And then this one is the same kind, same size, but slightly lighter. I don't know if you can tell that. So I kind of have 3 of those, and then this is a bigger piece. This is a full, like normal fat quarter, the 17 by 27 type of cut. It's just a little lighter than I was planning on using. Wow, those spots are really showing up in the camera. There, that looks better. Yeah, and Christine does show it on a light fabric, like a really light blue fabric. But I I think I'm going to go with this darker color right here. It just, as everyone says, it just pops so much better. You just want it to pop off the fabric. Do we not have another phrase for that? The colors are much more bold and vibrant, and I like how you can see them all on this dark fabric. How is that for different? Yeah, so I think I'm really happy with that. I'm going to use this right here. This is Monaco. It dyes well. This was a linen, not so familiar with dyeing linen, but when I have all the colors to the designs out, it's supposed to go all the way to 26, if I remember correctly, and then technically there are 27 because one is a Kreinik, although by removing the bottom border with the number, I am taking out a lot of beads and like all of the Kreinik. Not quite, but most all of the Kreinik. So that's pretty exciting. Giveaway business real quick, since I do need to upload this. It is Saturday. I still haven't heard from Sarah from Our Stitching Kingdom for this. Please get back to me with your address by next video. Although, as I said that, I remember I haven't checked that email. If it's there, I will find it and mail it off. Otherwise, you have till the next video to claim your prize. The Bluebird, I have not pulled a winner for that. So that will be here at the end before I upload. You will see who the random comment picker chose for that. Although I only remember one comment coming in with bird in the comment. So if that was you, you may see your name here in a second on the next little video clip it. Because I think you're the only one. So send me your address. I will get that in the mail to you too. Thanks to those who did enter. If there was more than one, that is a complete possibility because sometimes, whoops, YouTube does not show me all the comments. I found 7-month-old comments a couple weeks ago, and so if you randomly got like 3 comments from me or 3 likes or multiple reactions, that is why. I did pull something for this week. Hold on, it's gonna go really weird. Oh yes. I don't know if anyone will want that at this time, but I did get some Stony Creek grub bag. I did do a little bit of dyeing with that too, but it wasn't on white and it didn't turn out right, so I didn't show it to you. This was the freebie, so spooky. It's probably part of a set. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Hold on, let me check here. Ornament 042. Spooky. Yes. So it was free, and I picked it up to use for a giveaway. It's what I've got handy, so mention Ornament, since it's Ornament 42. The spooky is just not very time appropriate, is it? So Ornament. For this, I will pull a winner for Bluebird. You'll see that in just a second, and I will check my email, Sarah, for an email from you, so I can get this in the mail. And that's it. That's my plans right here. The ornaments, well, they're supposed to be ornaments. The Berries by Shannon Christine. And you probably figured out what happened to my fingers by now. Dye. Yep. It'll be off in a couple of days. But for now, I have weird blue nails. And then embrace the journey. The bag is what I got done during the week. So that wraps up Flosstube 22 or something like that. It'll be on the title. And until next time, see you soon. And you are the winner. Get back to me with your address, and I'll get your chart in the mail. Thanks for leaving a comment.